Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dark Souls 3 PvP Mound Makers Part 4 and our final part of our little kind of series I guess we have here of the Mound Makers. I am getting close to the number that I need for my Warmth Pyromancy for that fabulous achievement, well trophy, whatever you want to call it. It's a trophy for me because it's PlayStation 4. So obviously we're going to be jumping straight back into more of our PvP and dueling sessions. Obviously at this point I'm now on the High Wall of Lothric, which is pretty much the first place you go to in Dark Souls 3 after you've done all the Firelink Shrine stuff. It's a good place for PvP and fight clubs, and it is a good amount of fun. There are some great players here that I have to play against. That weapon, I absolutely dislike it. R1 spamming or, you know, whatever. It is just, look at it. It's so annoying. And it's got that little bit of lightning usually that people like to imbue it with just for that little bit more of stun lock potential. It's an annoying weapon. But it is predictable. That's the beauty of it. Obviously, at the moment, this would be towards the end of my kind of like coming towards it more. My recordings in this are a little bit weird, but basically if I'm wearing Drake Blood Armor with the Dragon Crest shield on the back, that is pretty much me close to the time when I'm actually playing. Which you can see I'm actually a bit more skilly, I'm a bit more jumping about and all that. And then this person just comes in. We all literally just beat on him. That's the only problem with these fight clubs. You'll see what actually happens later on. Me and this guy are actually going at it, and this one person just comes in. It's annoying. It really is. But anyway, me and him go back due to that distraction. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in my frame of mind now. Anyway, moving on to our second invade now. A Blue Sentinel actually did come in, and obviously I know how rare Blue Sentinels are, especially in this line of work. So I'll just go ham on him. He obviously really wants that that Concord kept thing. Oh, good parry there, but he misses it because he's changing weapons around. So I show off a little bit there. Here comes another phantom to ruin the party. Still got a hit off, which is annoying. But they usually do. There is a lot of people that just like jump in these fight clubs and just think, oh hey, I'm going to beat up people. It was the first thing I did when I joined in a fight club. I kind of didn't know what was going on. I just saw loads of people and were like, alright, who are we killing? And I just went for the host straight away and everyone turned on me. And there's another one! Literally all just gank on the guy. Brilliant. Here's another one here. This is the Unkindled. This guy is actually pretty good. Gets a parry off. Good parry at that. But it's how it ends is the most funniest thing. He just starts spamming throwing knives. And obviously, as I've said to you before, throwing knives are useful in this kind of game type. This guy's obviously trying to kill me with finishing me on projectiles. That's why he's lowering my HP and running away. Now we're both really low. It becomes a throwing knife fight. He's so low at this stage, and so am I. I've not even got any HP. But he still doesn't die. 1 HP left is what he would have had there, because my throwing knife should do around about 21 damage. He had 20, so he had 1 HP left. A good one. Good fight. Moving on to another one, we have obviously the full Havel's gear. I dislike PvP people with Havel's gear. It just reminds me of the whole Dark Souls like 1 cheaters that are just like ridiculously strong. Obviously he's fat rolling, which is always funny to see. At this point he was getting destroyed. Missed my parry there with the washing pole. But still. Oh, so low. But he loses. There you go, vertebra shackle in the inventory. That's what we want. That's what we need. So this one here is a good fight. Eloise, she's really good, but I'm obviously at this point I'm using the Night Slayer Teog's ring, which is the one that if you hit anyone with a shield up, you do extra stamina damage, which basically means you're able to do that a lot more. Oh, that damage. I should use more of the Hornet ring, I should, but I'm just not one of them players that likes them kind of weapons. I can see that you can one-hit most people with a simple parry or whatever, and it's boring. That's why I use the washing pole as a PvP weapon, because it's got a lot more durability and flexibility with it, as well as the cool stance and, like, all that kind of stuff. The R1 spamming on it's alright. It's not amazing. It doesn't do ridiculous damage. Obviously, another thing I dislike as well of some PvP is the healing factor, you know. I think it should be a rule that if you're ever going to PvP and you want to do healing, you should instantly, even at full HP, just take a drink of it. The host should take a drink of it. And that way you know it's going to be a healing match, because it just gets annoying. And it's eventually, it becomes a game of tactic, you know. Because invaders will only ever have at max 7 to 6 healing pots, while the host can have up to, well, 15. So, it is unfair in some circumstances, but it's understandable. But since she's healing, I think it's a she, I heal, so. But as you can see from all the other previous PvPs, they've been very quick fights. This is already as long as our last PvP kind of fight, so. Healing does make the fights longer and a bit more durable, but ultimately I just want my bloody shackles. Nice parry there. See, I love the washing pole parry. It's just, it's so good. So good. Also, the healing of the Estus Flask, sorry, is a lot more fast than it was in Dark Souls 2. And it's almost as sped up as Bloodborne's healing, which is alright, but with Bloodborne's healing, you could interrupt it very easily. With this, it's not as easy. Them leaping attacks. You see that I use leaping attacks a lot more when I'm in my Drake Blood armor. I find leaping attacks are probably the best things in Dark Souls 3 because they can't be parried, they do a considerable amount of damage, and that there is a good amount of distance that you do. Oh, boy stuns. Even when he's not even hitting me, it's poise stunning. It's crazy. So we're getting low on Estus Flasks now, especially he is. I'm only on 1 left. But it's been a fun fight. It is one thing I will admit. It is a fun fight doing healing as well. But with Bloodborne, it was a lot more aggressive. This, you can't really be that aggressive due to the stamina. Just, it gets chunked down compared to Bloodborne. I mean, when you're using Eileen's Covenant, the Hunter rune, you're healing so much stamina back. You can carry on R1 spamming, it just does not matter. Right there, hit it, but the stamina's completely gone. Got to wait for that to recharge. At this point, I now have to stick to miracles to heal. Yeah. Positives on having miracle heals. Again, Hit it, but stamina completely gone. I think they should remove that whole thing of, you know, if you parry at the wrong time, you lose all your stamina. They should just make it a parry automatically. Both extremely low now. Oh, one hit difference. Well, not for me, for them. Now it is. Just spam the throwing knives, it's the safest thing. There you go. But it was a good fight, I will give it to that. Good one, Eloise, sorry. There you go, another shackle, getting closer to my goal. So this fight here is really interesting. This guy is using magic, which a lot of people say in PvP, you know, magic's not that good. Other people might say archery's still out of PvP. I'd say archery is very out of PvP, but this person here, he's using the two things that like no one uses: magic and archery. Obviously, he's got the Moonlight Grape Sword there, which he is actually really good with. You can't poise stun him out of it, because obviously I'm using a washing pole. But I believe he's also using the Black Bow of Pharaoh, or it might be the Dark Moon. The Dark Moon bow. Obviously I'm tearing down the HP very quickly. Resorts back to magic. But this player is very resourceful on the magic usage and such. I mean, they must have a lot of attunement. Is it attunement? I believe it is, for all the magical use, because obviously they must be going through that FP like mad. But they finished me off with that. Very low HP themselves, but it works. It really does work. It's a good class, and I will give them that. So on with another piece of PvP, obviously using the Hailbird there, Grundle's Hailbird. I can never pronounce the name correctly, but it's the first boss you ever fight in the game, using that Hailbird. It is a good Hailbird, and a lot of people use it in PvP. It's got great distance, it's a bit repetitive, and you do get used to it very quickly. Obviously, as you can see, this is a bit more of an older recording, because I'm running around with Lightning Blade I can't cast, so I don't even know why that's on my bar. But I'm also running around in the Elite armor. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot more worse off. This person actually finishes me off quite well as well. Just trying to hit me with that Evelyn. See, the extra attack did me over then. But yeah, GG on that one. Stay down. And then suddenly Kirk just appears. So, two more after this one. This is a good fight. Obviously, this is showing that bigger strength weapons are a lot more better than dexterity. Again, it's an older video due to the fact that I'm wearing, well, this kind of stuff. I can actually now use Lightning Blade, as you can see. And I'm also using the ring that reduces stamina every time you hit someone, or, you know, whatever, it does extra stamina damage. See, again, I parried at the right time, but it's just that stamina gets done. Poise stunning. Sucks. No HP left. Yeah, this is the reason why I kept throwing knives on my inventory after this. This fight here was just like one of them things of just, ugh. How much more HP do you think he's got left? Have a guess. I'm guessing around about 5 to 1. Again, another close battle, and me screwing up by overstepping on something or other. But yeah, good fight again. Well done, GG. Still need them shackles though for that achievement. Now I remember this one being quite a good fight. I have no idea how it ended, but I remember it being just a good one. See, in his left hand, his parrying hand, he's using the knuckles that you could punch people with, which is quite cool because a lot of people use that as a parrying potential. I don't know why. It's the same speed as using your fist or a big shield. Again, you can see I'm still in my old gear. Getting absolutely destroyed by this guy. He's really good. His changing of weapons is quite smart, and the potential you have if you keep on switching out your weapons is really good, because what I use now is the washing pole, the Drake Blood short sword, I believe it is, or long sword, and then I also use the Abyss Walking Blade, which is a very good one. But yeah, GG to him. Obviously, I beat him on that one, fair and square. And now I face the host. Now, the host, I believe this is a great host. He's been here a few times, actually. Even after this video, or, you know, after this was recorded, I've been jumping into this guy's fighting clubs, because he does do it constantly. Rosevik, I believe his name is. He's obviously a pyromancer. You may have seen him in a previous video as well, as a host. In the Erythral Boreal Valley. But he is a good fighter, he's a good PvPer, and he's a good host. So obviously at this point, we're just passing time. He's summoning people while walking around, which is why he keeps on stopping. But yeah, he then gets someone to come in, which is Bruce. He obviously gives me another bow, then begins running upstairs. So, me and Bruce have a go. See, I've never used that weapon before at this stage of recording, so I've never seen how that works or what it does. But it's a cool weapon. I just find it a bit annoying because it's one of them poise stunning weapons, isn't it? And it's got that powerful lightning potential and stun lock. But yeah, obviously I do terrible against him on this. I've never seen that weapon before, so I was a bit freaking out and kind of got screwed over. So I just can't get near him because it's like a spear, isn't it? It's got the reach of a spear but the damage of a sword. But yeah, I lose that one. And I missed out on getting a shackle. So, last fight, I tried to sneakily be look like a phantom. This guy's in it, who was the douche one who tried to kill us in the previous fight. Bit of a douche. So I got to change around my ring while he's beating on me. So obviously, as anyone would, I go to heal. So I'm not saying that it's a healing fight, but obviously that's what he gets the gist of it. He's like, oh okay, it's a healing fight. It's like, well no, you should keep an eye out. I'm just changing round since you're spamming me while I'm trying to change a ring. But that's fine. It's fine. So that's one thing I hate about spears as well, is that whole kind of, you can block and poke while doing it and it counts as full defense pretty much. It sucks. The reach potential of a spear is just nasty. But it is good. It's a good weapon to use, especially the Dragon Slayer spear as well. Got to roll, running out of stamina. It's also got a good weapon art as well. I do like that weapon art with that weapon. It's hot. There is one thing I do find that's quite difficult to do in this game. Is the kick is good. It's good to do, but it's so little reach that you can't really kick unless, of course, you're point blank. By the time you've gone to kick, usually the person goes to attack. It's really annoying. I always find it in the campaign as well. Just trying to boot someone is just difficult. See, going back to that whole Bloodborne perception of healing, you know, that was so quick there, and I even missed him. Wasn't able to hit him to knock him out of healing. So he's out of FP now, so that's what he's going to have to drink, but he doesn't. He carries on going for the Estus. So he's trying to stop me from healing, throwing the Lloyd's Talismans at me. Not like I'm going to spam healing. I only wanted to heal because you were spamming me at the beginning and I wanted to take off my ring. But it's okay. So there's my Drake Blood Greatsword, which I find's good. I've upgraded it from what it was. But it's Destructoid. It really is. It's a good weapon. So, that is it. That is all 3 vertebra done to give me that warmth. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave us a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the future for maybe some more Dark Souls PvP.